How are you? Today, I've brought an amazing recipe for those who want a healthy sweet treat. You're definitely going to love it. This recipe is so nutritious that it works well as an afternoon snack, but of course, it's also great as a dessert when guests arrive because it's super easy to make. You're definitely going to love it. Stay until the end because you won't want to miss it. It doesn't use any kind of flour for texture and it has no sugar. I'm going to show you how to make it. Before we start, I want to remind you that the ingredients with quantities and nutritional info are always down here in the description, so you can also prepare this delight at home. So our first ingredient that I have here is skim milk. You can use any milk you like, it's up to you. If you're going to use some kind of plant-based milk, remember I have a playlist here teaching how to make almond milk, oat milk, coconut milk, several healthy milks. I'll leave it down here. So I'm choosing to use cow's milk here. Skim milk has less fat, but it's up to you. Then from this milk here, I'll take a little bit and add it in this amount, which is what you'll see here in the description. I'll add it here to our neutral, colorless, flavorless, sugar-free gelatin. Remember that gelatin is nothing more than cooked collagen. It will help give the consistency we want in this recipe, but it will also bring a bit more protein, collagen, which is an interesting protein for us, for skin, nails, hair, and joints. There's a video here on the channel talking about what happens to our bodies, especially for those over 50 when we consume gelatin. I don't know if you've seen it. This video is really cool. I'll leave it down here. So what I'm going to do now is take this gelatin to melt, and in a little bit, I'll be back so we can start from there. Look, I've already taken it, heated it up, and it's already quite homogeneous. I'll set it aside because in this leftover milk, I'll mix the chocolate at least 70%. For this recipe, it has to be a chocolate bar, but if you have an allergy or intolerance, you can choose a dairy-free chocolate. This is an option that some people don't know exists. Always check the label. Once again, we always have to get into the habit of checking the label. Remember, I have a video here on the channel teaching how not to be fooled by food labels. I'll leave it down here in the description to help you. And when you choose your chocolate, it's what I told you. The higher the cocoa percentage, the healthier it will be. Because it's the cocoa that will bring us fiber, antioxidants, that feeling of good mood and well-being that everyone seeks when consuming a little chocolate. So I'll add the chocolate here to the milk, and I'll also take this to melt in the same way, either in a double boiler or in the microwave. What you did here with the gelatin, you do with the chocolate. And when this is ready, I'll be back when it's melted so we can mix the two things and I can explain the details. Wait a second. So look, you can see here that it's already warmer and the chocolate is already melting. Then we'll mix the two things until it's very smooth. If you see it's not quite melted enough to mix it all, put it back in the microwave for a bit or a double boiler and keep at it. Keep heating it until it's just right, okay? Mine's already melting, so I'll keep mixing it here. I'm even going to grab the whisk because it'll be more practical for mixing. And when it's ready, I'll show you how it turned out. Hang on. Look, so I've dissolved it well. Now I'm going to take that milk I set aside with the gelatin. I'll add it here, always giving the bottom a good scrape because gelatin sometimes gets a bit stuck. We mix until it's nice and smooth. Once again, scrape the bottom well. And now I'm going to transfer it to this little mold here. This mold is great because it's silicone, and then to unmold it later, it ends up being easier. And after that, we put it in the fridge because what's really going to make it set is the fridge because it has the gelatin, it has the chocolate, so it needs to stay in the cold. So now I'm transferring it here. When it's ready, I'll come back to show you how it turned out. Wait a second, I'll be right back. Look, I unmolded it. You saw that it made 4, and I'm going to put right here on top a little bit of cocoa powder. So I'm going to put just a tiny bit, just to give it that little decoration. We also eat with our eyes. Tell me if you have the habit of decorating too, or if you don't. What would you decorate with? I'll love to see your comment. Look, I'll show you now the consistency it has. Make it and you'll love it for sure. Look at this. I'm dying to try it. Tell me, at what time are you going to eat this delight? I'll love to see your comment. Remember to leave a like on the video because then you also help me, and share it with those you know will like it, with those who need it. Let's expand this chain of kindness together. That's what I want here with the channel. Let's try it. An incredible chocolate mousse taste and a fantastic texture. It does not even seem like it could be healthy. Make it and you'll love it. See you next time. Bye.